today's the big day.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, love.
Morning, good morning. Boy, I slept like a log. I didn't hear you get up.
Well, that's because I did earlier than usual. He was snug as a bug in a rug when I came down.
Oh. Well, I thought I'd be having nightmares about getting stuck in a voting booth or pulling the wrong levers. That must mean there's nothing to worry about. Well, now, when do we vote? Before you go to Mass or after?
After I'm back from church, a half hour, dear.
Oh. You did get up early. Mm-hmm. That's why I slept so well. You're nervous enough for the both of us.
No, I'm not nervous. Francis has every reason to win, except for that Larry Page business. But I can't believe that the people will believe West Leonard over Frank.
You don't say that with much feeling.
Oh, I don't have much feeling this morning, John. I was looking at this schedule for the day, and I went numb. First, that women's club breakfast meeting after the voting, and then on to a dozen or so handshake and stops. And then, of course, tonight, the party.
Victory party, it says right here.
Yes, victory party. And then somewhere along the line, Kathleen arrives. Without the children, of course, I'll miss them. But maybe it's just as well. And it's going to be a killer of a day all the way around.
Well, it'll be the last killer of a day. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow we do nothing but sit back and accept congratulations.
True.
I bet you haven't had a thing to eat yet.
Oh, I'm not hungry, dear. I'll eat plenty today. Oh, by the way, I did stop by and get some fresh donuts.
No, forget about the donuts. Now, I was depressed last night. Must have rubbed off on you, huh?
Oh, John, so many changes. It once was our little family, the children and the grandchildren, and this little neighborhood. Now, all of a sudden, it's the Senate and the State of the Union. It's getting out of hand. No, don't laugh. I'm serious.
I know, darling. You want our private world settled before Frank becomes a public figure.
Something like that. I'd like them all to be happy, and I can't seem to make them that way. The grandchildren, Edmund, not with Frank, and little John maybe soon to move in with Delia, and Ray Woodard popping in here instead of Jillian. I don't know. Maybe. And Siobhan. I prayed at Mass today, and all I got as an answer was that I failed her.
Well, you did apologize to her. She did admit that you had reason to doubt her. Anyway, Wes Leonard has confessed to his spying, so Siobhan's in the clear. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you she'll be around to make up before the day's over.
No, she was up and gone before I could catch her. And I doubt if she'll be home early.
All right, so maybe she does need a little more time, but you know she'll come around.
No, I don't know that, John. I think to myself, what would I feel like if my mother didn't believe what I swore was true? I get very upset at that thought, and it's just possible that Siobhan will never forgive me. And I can't say I don't understand.
Well, why don't you try telling her that? See what happens.
Suppose I tell her, she won't let me.
Voting time, friends.
Well, good morning, Senator. Good morning, and a good morning to you, Ray.
Johnny.
We'll be with you in 2 shakes of a lamb's
Well,
tail.
don't hurry, because we have to watch a little TV before we hit the polls.
Yes? Huh? ABC is interviewing your daughter.
Which daughter?
Mary.
Oh.
And she is going to turn the whole state out for Ryan.
Siobhan, I hated thinking that she was responsible for giving Wes Leonard that information.
Yes, I just wish we could have believed her in the first place.
Oh, I've been racking my brains trying to think of a way to make it up to her. And a way to destroy Mr. Wes Leonard. Do not worry, I will come up with something after this day's over.
Mary says that the wire service has picked up that story. Is that possible that trash is going to hurt Frank at the polls?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid it could. Some people will just read the name Larry Page and they'll start thinking criminals and underworld, and they won't even bother to finish
Yeah,
the
but
rest
then
of the
again, people will read onto my statement and realize... Here, which was this for, Don? Realize that there wasn't an issue to begin with and vote as planned. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them sent Larry Page some enraged letters.
Wonderful.
Are these jelly?
Yes. You're in mighty good mood this morning.
Yeah, well, the way I figure them, I've done my best, win or lose.
Hey, Deborah, quiet. Here she is. Here she is. Here she is.
Ryan, what part have you played in this campaign?
Actually, I've spent most of the time behind the scenes.
Really? I was under the impression that every member of the family was obliged to go out and meet the people on Mr. Ryan's behalf.
Nasty
That's
Mrs.
simple for me
Bowles.
to do. I tend to meet people over the phone because I run Frank's press office. But you're right that the campaign is family-oriented. We all love the excitement, and we love Frank.
Yes, of course.
That
But
girl
also
can
able to
handle
separate
anything,
that
right?
love
That's
of
'cause
your
she means
brother
what she's saying.
From a clear and objective view of the candidate.
Yes, I can. But so far, that's never become necessary.
Your brother's cultivated the image of a clean-living, God-fearing, grassroots favorite. And the public, obviously, has accepted that. In many quarters, the name Frank Ryan is synonymous with clean living, high standards ideals. Wouldn't you say that?
The public trusts Frank. I think that's because people have a sixth sense about honesty. They recognize it. They respond to it.
That's right.
Frank is a little less mystical on this point. He says that what he's done is proof of who he is, and anybody who doubts his good faith can just go check out his record.
Including the record of his endorsements. I'm referring to the news that Mr. Ryan has received support from a man known for dangerous living and no ideals, but a man who commands a tremendous block of votes, Larry Page.
Yes,
That disturbs you.
terribly. Look, suppose you received a fan letter from the Boston Strangler, and a reporter stole it from your mailbox and wrote a column saying that Laura Bowles owes her job to the Boston Strangler, who is terrorizing network executives in her behalf. And the reporter's newspaper sold a lot of extra copies, and people actually believed it. And you had to go in front of the folks and say, and explain to them that a fan letter is just unexpected mail.
Getting away from your interesting hypothesis. I have here the text of Mr. Ryan's statement. I believe it was made yesterday. And the gist of it is that he acknowledges receiving Mr. Page's letter, is grateful, but cannot accept the offer of support. Now, that's simple and polite. But there's been some negative reaction among voters here who wanted a stronger response. Could that make an interesting difference at the polls today?
You left out the key word of Frank's statement, unsolicited. Frank did not ask for Larry Page's support.
You're saying there are no private agreements between them, votes in return for favors and so forth.
If only I could explain to you how strange that sounds to me. Frank is good at compromising. He grew up a peacemaker in a household full of brothers and sisters and friends and animals and not enough space. So he is good at making deals in a certain sense. But the kind of deals you're talking about, the under-the-table arrangements or the power for sale, whatever you call it, Frank doesn't do that.
The words of a very loyal sister.
Oh.
Thank you, Mary Ryan Finelli. And with that,
I am loyal, but so are thousands of people all over the state. They know that Frank Ryan did not buy his morals from a public relation firm. If he had, he would have responded to Wes Leonard's column with an endorsement from our parish priest or a bishop. But Frank doesn't play those games, and the voters know that. Larry Page or no Larry Page, Frank is going to win. I'm sorry. I know you're running out of time. Vote for Ryan.
this has been another
Well, shall we do like the lady says?
Yes, shall we? That was magnificent.
Here we are,
Oh, if I
darling.
had a sister like that.
A little nip in the air.
Do something else.
Yeah.
Off we go.
Well, let's go do it.
Here
Here we go, son. Here we
Onward,
go.
upward. U.S. Senate, here we come.
He won't be long. He's just having his dessert.
Ah, breakfast with dessert, huh? Mwah. Hey, I thought you went out to vote.
Nope. I tried. I really tried to get out the door, but then I heard Edmund talking, and he said he was hungry, and then I realized actually I was hungry too. So.
Uh-huh. You told me we were gonna get up at the crack of dawn.
Why don't we all go together?
Oh, okay. Because I would like to get it over and done with, and Miriam won't be here for another hour or so. Well, I don't like waiting on lines, and the lines are going to be very long.
I can see how today might just be a little rough for you.
Why? Ah, I know, because it's the end of the honeymoon.
Because of Frank, come on.
No. No, I mean, I want him to win, but I just don't feel part of it in any way.
Well, that makes two of us. Because I want him to win, too. Boy, do I want him to win. I want him to win, I want him to go to Washington, and I want him to stay in Washington.
Hey there. Hi. Oh. Your tie looks real cute like that.
Well, Buddy mistook it for a napkin.
Uh-huh.
You were sleepy last night.
No, I heard you say that the hospital, that they wanted you, and then I tried to stay up, I think. And then you said something about the resident wanting
Yeah, he
you?
wanted to show me some surgery. What I didn't tell you was I ran into Johnny Ryan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and Bob Reed. The House Association had a final candidates night, and Johnny was filling in for Frank.
Oh, you must have loved that. Did they have anything interesting to say?
Well, Johnny asked about Edmund, and we got into a bit of a discussion. Relax, will you? There's nothing dramatic. I just mentioned it because, you know, Johnny's liable to bring it up to you sometime.
Was it a discussion or an argument? Because I don't know what kind of differences you could have over Edmund.
Well, it was a difference of opinion. An opinion I didn't want to state, but Johnny wouldn't take no for an answer.
Well, tell me.
Well, he said he wanted to see Edmund more, and, you know, I think that Edmund's confused enough about the Ryans. In my opinion, and it's only my opinion, Edmund needs us, not them.
No, we made a specific agreement. It states in the marriage contract that we wouldn't have these problems.
Jillian, you're not listening.
No, wait a minute. Wait a second, okay? I mean, it stipulates in that contract that I make all decisions concerning my son. And one of the most important is that he has contact with his grandparents. Now, you know that.
I didn't try to overrule you on Edmund.
Wait a minute. You shouldn't have said anything. Nothing. Now, I gave my word to them that they would be close to Edmund, and I will never go back on that.
Jillian, I didn't try to undercut your responsibility to your son, but at the same time, I can't be a yes man, especially when Johnny Ryan's pushing me.
Look, they love him. I cherish what they give to him. Oh, I just wish we weren't so far apart about this.
You know, even if it weren't that contact with the Ryans means contact with Frank, wouldn't you want Edmund to grow up knowing exactly where he belongs?
He will.
We'll see. And how can Edmund understand that Frank is his father if Frank can't admit that Edmund is his son?
Seneca, please drop this whole issue. Just leave it alone.
Okay. I don't know if that was a fight or not, but could we make up just in case?
Yeah.
What do you say the Bolak and Coleridge family go to the polls?
I say yes. Yes. And I'm going to put in your baby book, Edmund's first visit, Introduction to Politics.
May he never get too close.
Joan? Hello? Remember me?
Mrs. Ryan.
Delia. I'm not Mrs. Ryan anymore. If Joan is your secretary, well, she's not here right now. But see, I knew you'd be here. You're just that type of a lawyer. Miss Burney, I have a legal question for you. Oh, by the way, I'm Mrs. Coleridge.
May I say, you've changed, Mrs. Coleridge.
Oh, good. I was hoping that you would say that. Was I supposed to make an appointment to see you?
Yes. But then when have we ever stood on formality? Please, sit down.
Thank you.
Well, tell me all about it.
Well, Miss Burney, I would like custody of my son. Now, I've done everything that the judge told me to do. I have a happy home, a wonderful marriage. I have a good psychiatrist. Oh, therapy's been going really, really well. But see, life won't be perfect until I have little John with me. Will you handle my case?
May I ask a few blunt questions?
Sure.
What happened to Dr. Ryan?
Well, he got annulment. And, well, the marriage wasn't working out anyway. But I got married to Roger, and he's just the opposite of Pat. But the funny thing is they're both doctors. I mean, that's really funny.
About your son. Has he continued to live with his grandparents?
Oh, yeah, but he's not happy there at all.
No?
No, it's not that they haven't been good to him. They've been very good to him. It's just that it's Frank and Ray Woodard. That whole scene, it's terrible for little John. It really is. Oh, by the way, do you know Mrs. Woodard?
The publisher who's involved in the Ryan Senate campaign.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit more personal than that. See, she's having an affair with Frank, but she wants to get married to him. She's using my baby as a trap. Now, that can't go on. She comes into Ryan's and she tries to play mommy with him. She drags him off on a jet plane to Florida. She has him riding around in an open car in the cold. It's freezing. He hates it. I hate it. There's got to be a stop to this.
I'm surprised that Maeve Ryan permits all that.
Well, Maeve permits it because she wants Frank to spend as much time with him as possible because he's so busy. But the whole situation has just gotten out of hand, and I have to do something about it. So, I'd like you to handle it.
Well, how does your husband feel about a custody action?
Oh, terrific. Does that mean that you'll handle it?
No, I'm still asking questions. How often do you visit little John? An honest answer.
Well, not that often. I mean, I've had a lot of things to do, but starting today, I'm going to see him every day.
That would be the first step.
Yeah, I'll pick him up in nursery school today.
The court will want proof that you've established a steady interest in little John without alienating the Ryans, whom you agree are good custodians.
Okay, well, I'll take him tonight, and then Mrs. Shaw doesn't have to come over. Then Maeve can save babysitting money, and then I can have him over for a week. Maybe I can have him...
Let's not get carried away. A parent who abducts a child from his legal custodian is up for heavy fines in New York State. A recent case established a very interesting...
Hold on. A year ago, maybe you could have said something to me. But you see, this is the new deal. I'm not wild and crazy anymore. I use my brain to do things. Also, I can pay you a nice fat legal fee with no trouble at all.
I'll charge my standard fee.
Okay. And I'll go see if little John can come for dinner tonight with us.
Excellent. I'll be in touch.
Okay. Well, thank you, and you have a good day, and I hope you win all your cases.
Well, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Next. Oh, yeah, Jillian Coleridge with a C.
Mommy is going to be here in just a minute, so hang on. Say, wave to Mommy. Hey, whoa.
Are you sure that you live in this district?
Yeah, sure, I'm positive. Let's see. Right there.
Oh, C. Oh.
Yeah.
C. Okay. That's page 124, line R.
Thanks a lot.
win, but every vote counts. So if you'll excuse me.
Jillian.
Hi, May. How are you?
How are you?
Oh, good to see you. Hi, Frank.
Hi.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
We sign up right over there.
Listen, Jill.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, let me hold him while you go vote, Senator.
Mrs. Ryan. Mrs. Ryan? Could you go over to that table and register? I'd like to get a real good picture of the candidate's mother.
Oh, sure. Just a minute.
We're keeping that lady waiting over there. I have it on excellent authority that she'd like an autograph right now.
Ray, why don't you come with me? This photographer's just dying to get a picture of the two of us together. Come on.
No. What a cutie pie. Yeah. Cutie pie.
I'm sorry I messed up your wedding.
Yeah.
You must have had a hell of a hangover. I'm voting for you anyway.
Good.
Are you happy?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah, I am. Are you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Yeah.
Jillian?
Yeah.
Your turn.
Okay.
Frank, we need you right over here. You too, Johnny.
Huh?
Come on.
First the family, and then we'll get you kissing the babies. This way, Senator. Okay, how about a big smile? Okay, beautiful. How about another one? Okay, good. Just one or two more. Okay, this way. Thank you.
What if you could change your past? Erica does, every week, because sometimes the only way to move forward is to go back. A new original primetime drama, Being Erica, Thursdays at 10 on SoapNet.